you can go to YouTube and see our my display on my radio, so you can see and hear stations you might not otherwise hear anyway. You can also go to Facebook and look up MJ Simplexton, MJ space Simplexton and net, I think it is. And you can, well, you'll see me. I don't know if you want to see me, but you can.
YouTube.
YouTube is on. Somebody was complaining. No, I can. I'm watching it right now, live. I don't know. Refresh your browser. At any rate, 146.415 for information on Simplex. Go to groups.io. That's groups.io, and go MJSS in the search block, and you can sign up for our email system and review our web schedule, our net schedule, or you can email me at k4pew@arl.net. That's K4 PEW, not KI4. Net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. Of course, we start the nets on 146.415 FM, and tonight we're going over to 446.415 FM, then to 28.415 upper side bid, and then on to 223.415 FM on a secret frequency. Purpose of that is to have fun, figure out who you can hear, and figure out why, and talk your XYL into getting a bigger, higher antenna. That's really the real answer is bigger and higher antenna, or better and higher antenna, not bigger necessarily, but higher the better. It's really, I know it's not good when you're in a really low location, so it can be helpful, but it doesn't solve all the problems. I'm just in a great location, so are some others, obviously. As far as announcements, the Saturday is the what do you call it? Our breakfast, the Simplexton breakfast, the Golden Corral in Hermitage. So you don't want to fail to miss that. We usually get just a handful, 6, 7, 8 people sometimes, and sometimes there's been more. But we love to have you. Eat as much bacon as you can swallow, man. It's really great. Also, we've got the also have the Ham Fest in Huntsville. It's the 17th and 18th. And it's $15. I think you can buy the tickets online. Go to hamfest.org, hamfest.org. And you can also go to, we get Hamfest. Then what else I missed? Oh yeah, we got the net on Sunday nights, the 10-meter net, the mid-10 phone net. It's on 28.415, same frequency we're using tonight. And that's ably handled by Michael, KM4YRF, who's he's finishing up the 4th year there. And that's, again, 28.415. He goes over to 29.415 with the only FM Simplex net in the universe that I'm aware of. And you can hear him there. You can participate in that. Don't just hear him there. Participate in the nets. And then he moves on to 223.415. He also handles the secret frequency. Is there any other announcements? Hey, Richard, I can hear you. What happened?
I don't know. I'm not changed anything there.
Yeah, very good. You checking in, or you got additional information?
Well, I am checking in. But I do have an announcement today.
Ah, very good. What's the announcement, Richard?
Starting August the 15th, I'm going to do August the 24th. County Tennessee State Fair will be happening down at the KT4 there in Tulsa, Missouri. I want to invite everybody within the family of my voice to attend. There'll be rides, shows, food, and all kinds of stuff. Of course, you're out there. I just like that. Everybody that wants to come out there and enjoy themselves.
All right, very good, Richard. I didn't hear all that, Richard. Quite a bit of static and quite a bit of noise, but the state fair is August 5th, starts August 15th. And I'm pretty sure you said the Wilson Club's going to have, is it Wilson Club? Wilson Club, is it W4EAO, the emergency services operation there, doing the tent there?
That is correct. We're going to have our trailer set up out there and be operational. Trying to make contact with the Indiana State Fair for the second time in about 3 years. I'm trying to make contact with them last year because our fairs overlapped 3 days. And I think it's a big thing for us to make contact with them when they share. So I'll just throw that out there. But anybody who wants to, they're welcome to come and check out the fair, operate
Yeah, very good. They're going to have the big trailer that they've outfitted with both HF gear and VHF, UHF gear for communication, emergency communications. It's a nice trailer. They've done a great job with it. It's going to be at the fair, so don't fail to miss the fair. The fairs are always fun. If for nothing better than having Italian sausage sandwiches. Anything else for the net, Richard? Very good. That was Richard and his bride, Stephanie. They were checking in. That's KI4SIB and KI4SOR. And again, promoting the state fair and the fact that W4EAO will have their trailer there. And he'd like everybody to stop by if they're going to the fair. Even if they're not going to the fair, just stop by the trailer. Anyway, before we move on, is there any other announcements? All right, very good. This is net number 1027. We're starting from the east, but first we're going to take check-ins from the short on time. Let's see, what do we always do here? Short on time. Hey, first time check-ins and people short on time. Time check. What am I missing? My brain is stopped up today. Short on time. Mobile. That's right. I forgot the mobile. Short on time. Mobile or first time check-ins. Please check into the. This is the Alzheimer's net, by the way. Anyway, do we have any of those? Short on time or mobile or first time check-ins? All right, and we're going to be starting from the east. Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Very good. You doing anything exciting today?
Just work like a dog. See, I'm still barking.
Yeah, you should be panting.
Well, I'll tell you, today was a fairly nice day at work. It was just a little warm, but hasn't been hot as normal, and I'm looking forward to some cooler weather.
Oh, it's going to get a little cooler here in the next few days, at least at night, and during the day I think it's going to be a little cooler. But I was sitting out in the yard today a little while, watching the dogs work because I don't work, as you know. And man, was it nice! I just felt like a spring day,
I know it was actually cooler outside than it was inside the building.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. Anything good for the net?
Nope, not nothing I can brag about.
Very good. None of us got anything to brag about. Anyway, it's KM4YRF. That's Michael. He's in Mount Juliet. He's the one that fills in for me when I'm not here, or I'm just lazy. It's one of the two. Who else is east? Anybody else east, like Stan or Kevin? All righty, we're moving to the north then. Was that you that was talking about not being on the YouTube thing?
I just clicked it open and it didn't play.
Well, did you refresh it by any chance?
Well, I didn't have it open. I just clicked it to open it and it wasn't playing. It was saying waiting.
Okay, I don't know why I was doing that. That's weird because let me look again. I know it's live on my end. I just don't know. Look here. I'll do it real quick.
I can now.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. It must have been some delay, but I don't know why. I can see that it's live now. Anyway, all right, very good. You got anything good, Danny?
Just a decent day. Wasn't too hot.
No, it was a very nice day. In fact, I promised myself because it's supposed to be cool tomorrow, like in the morning, really cool, like in the 60s. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do some work that I have to do.
Oh my goodness! I hope you are feeling better.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. Anything good for the net, Danny?
That's it. Back to you. I'll catch you on the next one. KM4JLN.
Very good. That was Danny. He's in near Cottontown. KF. Man, I got it. K. I'll keep it straighten me out. I wrote down KF, but I know that's wrong.
Kilo Delta.
Oh, I didn't even. It doesn't even resemble a D. What I wrote down. It's confused me. That was Kilo Delta for Golf Oscar November. And anyway, I'll try to remember. I do remember it, but must be having a bad night. That was Danny, and he's in near Cottontown with a good signal. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
Hello, how are you doing, Frank?
Doing okay. Doing okay. Yeah, I'm glad it was not as hot today.
Oh, it was very nice. I couldn't believe how nice it was.
Yeah, I was in it most of the day because wife had a little situation with the car, and I ended up having to take the day off and work on it. And I'm like, oh, this is. I was expecting, the super hot, gonna be sunny, I'm gonna be dying, and it wasn't so bad.
Oh, I think it was yesterday or day before, whichever day it was, really hot. It was the afternoon, and I said, no, I'll just finish off the backyard today. And the belt blew off, not blew off, but fell off. And it was difficult without taking the whole mower apart to get the belt. You got to get your fingers in there and, really pull it onto the pulley, And I'm even pulled it over the concrete and had to lay it on the hot concrete. I was like, oh man, why do I have to do this?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't have a riding, and I don't know, is that a riding one?
Yeah, it's just a lawn tractor.
Yeah, I had it's gonna be so funny. Montgomery Wars, remember them? I had one of those.
Oh, I think they were made by the same people that make all of them,
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was a 30-inch, a little small one. It finally died. The transmission finally gave on it. But I don't have one of those anymore, just a self-propelled. But it does the same thing if the belt falls off.
So, you'll probably remember, but we used to call that monkey ward.
Yeah, I was thinking about saying that, but I'm like, people might not know what that is. So, it's like, yeah, monkey words.
I don't know why that always sounds funny to me. It just does.
I don't know where it actually comes from, other than the similarity. But if I remember correctly, I think he was the one that kind of standardized all the clothing size.
Oh, is that right? I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, but I'd have to research it. But there was also an associated store in other parts of the country. I don't know where. It's called Jefferson Ward.
I had not heard that one. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I'm into that useless history stuff sometimes.
Well, I just remember it it wasn't anything I looked up. I just, I remember seeing it. I was like surprised by the name, and it was in another state that I wasn't in, and that just confused me.
Yeah, it's funny, and sometimes they're not, something's not really related. One the first one that comes to mind, like, everybody knows Levi Strauss, and over in Europe it's Engelbert Strauss. They both make clothing, but they're not related.
Well, I defy. Look at it. I just looked it up quickly. There's a Jefferson. It shows Jefferson Ward closed all its stores, and that was in 2021. So they had. I don't know where they were, but I'm looking at the thumbnail of an ad here for. They're in New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Well, I don't know if they're anywhere, but those are the stores opening, and that's got to be a really old ad. But it's Jefferson Ward department store.
I wonder if they were brothers. That's weird. I know Aldi, that's two brothers that split the company, and one owns Trader Joe's, and the other one owns what we call Aldi.
Are they German brothers? Because Aldi is like a German company, isn't it?
Yeah, Albright. Albright Discount. That's what it stands for.
Interesting. I did not know what it was stood for. Yeah, they're a decent store. I don't find them convenient, and I don't know if the prices are that good or not. I never figured it out.
Yeah, my wife likes it. It's all right. I know sometimes they have good, some good stuff. And, but like you said, it's not always the easiest place to get in and out of. But yeah, I guess I don't know if it's still the case, but I guess they're the two richest German guys.
Oh, is that right? Well, it must be pretty big to be able to operate a German store, a series of stores in this country from Germany.
Yeah, and they're all over. So Aldi North and Aldi South, and I think Aldi South is what we just call Aldi, and they don't compete with each other. That's the agreement they had, and they split up over cigarettes because one brother wanted to sell cigarettes, the other brother said no, they're not good for you, and they got in a big argument and split the company.
Well, giant cakes and pastries aren't good for you either, but they sell.
I know. I just figured, like, I get it, but I still don't get it.
Well, there's some things that are their principles, and I guess if you hold to your principles, that's great. But the quick story is, there's some convenience stores in poor neighborhoods. If they didn't sell beer, wine, and cigarettes, they wouldn't make any money.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking to my buddy Dave here the other day about that. That some of them, back up where we're from, I don't even think it's legal, but they sell it. They sell them by one a piece. They sell cigarettes by the single.
I think that is illegal. Yeah, they call them onesies. I heard in New York City when that fella died who was selling onesies. He was on like a 12th arrest, and they finally that's when he died going into custody.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't think it was legal because of the taxes and all that, but it's like they do it all the time, though, and it's because they can't afford the whole pack, which I don't have no idea because I don't smoke. But the last time I checked, I think it was like the same as a car payment or something.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure of the price, but I think in New York City it's about $100 a carton or $10 a pack. I'm not sure about the price because I quit smoking 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's good. You'll probably be. Well, I don't know. I say that. I never smoked, but I know that supposedly it's not good for you, and but then again, I know people that are in their 90s that did it all the time. So it's crazy. But I got nothing else. I was just glad I was able to get on here. I do have a problem with the 10 meter antenna. I cannot get a 28415. It'll work above it and below it, but not on that frequency. So I'm going to have to rearrange it again.
Oh wow! Well, isn't it? And that's on the long wire, not the long wire, but the end fed.
Yeah, I had to reconfigure it a couple weeks ago, and it just will not. Even with the tuner, it will not do it. So I'll have to mess with it again. It's acting because of the way I had it bend it's actually too short, and it's weird. The tuner will make it happy everywhere else. Below that or above it, it's fine. In fact, it's not even bad. But as soon as I approach the 400s to the 500 range, it goes crazy, and it doesn't want to work. It'll work with my smaller tuner, but not my bigger one. And it's like, I don't want to use the tuner if I don't have to too much, so I'm going to redo it. So if I'm missing on the 10 meters, now you know why. But nothing else for the net. KB on our ticket.
Very good. That's Frank. He lives in Northwest Wilson, and it's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Hope to hear you on the 10 meter net. Hope so. If you can swing it. Just well, I don't know. Do it so you get a manual tuner. That's what you need. Who else is north?
Katie Ford, VW, Carlin, HSM Beth.
Hello, Carlin. You doing all right? Hello, Carlin.
Hello.
You doing okay?
I guess.
You're not sure?
I hope so. Oh, me. Just have to walk in here. Lucked out. So, yeah. It don't seem too bad out there. I just come in from outside. Don't seem too bad out there right now.
No, it's a beautiful evening. And days like today, you can turn on the news and they won't talk about climate change.
Well, I hate to tell them we have climate change 4 times a year. That's been going on ever since this planet's been here, I guess. Spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm just I always find it funny though when weather's normal they don't say anything about it. But anything good for the net?
I guess not. This is Wednesday night. I can't remember where y'all go to tonight. So anyway, I guess I'll turn it back over to you. That way you can get more check-ins. So with that said, Katie 4 VW.
Yeah, 446 415 next, and then 28 415, and then 223 415. That was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey in Bethpage, Angeltown area. Who else is north? Steve, is that you?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's wow. I can just hear you in there, but you're doing all right? Mike, are you copying any better than me?
Oh yeah, I got a good copy. Steve, he asked if you were doing okay. No problem. You got a great signal to me tonight, man. All right, well, good deal. Glad to have you in there. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, glad to have you in there, Steve. I'm sorry I can't copy you better. That's whiskey for whiskey kilo uniform. Do I have that call right? Don't I, Michael?
Yes, whiskey 4 WKU.
Yeah, very good. Whiskey for whiskey kilo uniform. Who else is west? I mean north.
WB0NOO.
Hello, Mark. What's up?
Oh, not much is up. Just sitting here watching the Olympics and listening to you.
What's on the Olympics tonight? I haven't watched hardly any of it.
Well, they're doing hurdles. I think that's about all I've seen so far. But it's good. You know, it's better than watching Gomer Pyle reruns.
Well, no, the Olympics can be fun. I mean, specific events for me are fun. I like the cycling races, and I like the most of the track and field stuff is fun. But I don't know. Some people don't find that exciting at all.
Yeah. Well, the U.S. won another gold in the what do they call it? Where they are on the inside track, the indoor track on the high banks curve, and they do team racing.
Oh, the relays, you mean? Like the whatever that, I don't know, 1,200-meter relay or whatever it's called.
That's not really a relay. There, all three of the cyclists are on the track at the same time.
Oh, the cyclists you're talking about. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exciting stuff. It really is. It's they really move out, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. Anyway, that's about the extent of my day. So anyway, I think I'll try to make it for breakfast Saturday. So maybe see you then.
Oh, that'd be great. I look forward to it, Mark. That was Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. Who else is north? North or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
The indomitable Kilo Delta 4 Cud Victor Echo. What's up?
I got my HTs at my bags of my plethora of HTs out today. You know, being sure they're all charged up and got the most up to date programming in them. So yeah, I think I've got like 26.
Oh man, you know what you do is just put them all in a sack, and it's called a sack of HTs.
Well, and you do that, and you pick a random one each day, just so none of them get neglected.
I don't know, man. Just keep, just if they, you know, if they're, I don't think you can have 24 different manufacturers HTs, but it's bad enough moving from one HT to another in program.
And I have probably an equal number of flashlights. Love those flashlights. You know, so I could package up an HT with a flashlight, just give them out, you know, for Christmas or something. But anyway, yeah, you remember the old cigarette thing, shows your larks?
Oh, the lark menthol, you mean? I mean the lark filters, the charcoal filter.
The commercial where they would drive along, I think it was larks, where they would be people up on a wagon driving around suburbs and shows your larks. People would hold up their pack of cigarettes.
I don't remember that one specifically, but I used to smoke lark cigarettes. There was like 3 or 4 of my buddies who all smoked the same cigarette when we were 17 years old.
So anyway, then this wouldn't mean anything to you. Then I was saying we should have show us your bow things, where they drive around town and you stand out by the road, hold up your bow things, and you get to be on some sort of commercial.
I'm sure if I saw the video, I'm gonna have to look up that Show Us Your Larks on YouTube. I'm sure it's there, and I'm sure I remember it if I saw it, but I don't recall it. The one that stuck out from that era in the '60s was the ones where I'll eat my hat, and they take one of those old, I don't even know what they call those kind of hats from the '20s, where you took a bite out of the brim.
I've forgotten all about that.
Yeah, well, it's worth forgetting. I mean, you don't see a cigarette advertising anymore. That's why.
Yeah, boy, they showed that for years, though. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, well, there's bunches and bunches. Anyway, anything else for that, Greg?
No, KD4CV.
Very good. That was Greg. He is in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
Very good, Jack. Everything well?
Yeah, it was a nice day outside. It was really pleasant.
Oh man, I couldn't believe how nice it was out, and I felt guilty. No, I didn't feel guilty about doing nothing.
Well, it felt good, especially after those 100-degree days.
I don't know. You heard me earlier. I was trying to get that belt in place on the concrete on the underside of my, whatever it is, 40-some inch deck. What a pain that is. But it was burning my back laying down trying to get it to work.
Yeah, that can be miserable. I was going to say, Greg, do you remember the cigarette jingles like Winston? And there were several of them that stick in your head.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Exactly. And how old is that?
I have no idea, but Lucky Strikes is even older, man. LSMFT.
Remember a call for Philip Morris?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's really old. I think that came from the radio days.
Yeah, that's in the reach back in the Wayback Machine. All right, I'll get off and let somebody else check in. Thanks for doing the net, Paul. I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, I think Chesterfields were actually good for you in some ends. That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor, and he is in Donaldson. Who else is west? Anybody else west? By the way, if you're seeing me on the YouTube, I mean on the, what do you call it, the Facebook, I haven't shaved in about a week, so I apologize for that. I don't really apologize. I don't like to shave if I don't have to. I had to do it while I was in the military, and I had to do it when I was working as a manager and project manager and sales. Everyday shave. So when I don't have to shave, it feels great. Who else is west, if anybody?
I sent that to you, a link to that, Paul, the larks.
Oh, very good. Who else? Anybody else west or south? Nobody south?
Peanut Gallery, India Delta Charlie.
All right, hold on one second there. I got a rough station down there. David, how you doing? Oh yeah, really a rough copy tonight, boy. You're normally much better than this. Yeah, I sent that link out to everybody, the one you sent out for the so everybody could figure out how to use repeaters if they had to. Yeah, very good. Yeah, really rough tonight. But anyway, that was David. Kilo, go take a look though. There was a nice post in there about from another. I think it might be from a repeater association, but it wasn't from here. It was, I want to say it was from Missouri or someplace, somewhere in the middle of the country, farther in the middle than we are. And it was Kilo India for November Delta November, and that's David. He's in Reedyville. That's a rough copy tonight, but normally he's got a good signal coming out of Reedyville, which isn't a short trip over here for 35 or 40 miles. Who else is south?
K4IDC.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry about that. How are you doing?
I'm okay, Paul. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, really. I can't believe how good I do. I mean, for doing nothing, it's great.
And you didn't have to shave.
Nah, don't worry about shaving. When I got out of the military and I started working construction, I shaved when I felt like it. Well, until my wife told me to.
We don't need them thinking razors.
No, it's kind of funny how you get used to not shaving. You get used to shaving, but you also get used to not shaving.
Right. I have a beard and a mustache now, so I have to trim.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. It's even that I didn't find that annoying though when I had a beard. I kind of liked it.
All right. I don't plan to be at the breakfast, but I'm looking forward to Huntsville the weekend after.
You got more than one table?
I have 3.
Oh my gosh. Besides your standoffs, what else you got?
Bunch of estate stuff.
Oh, I got you. Well, it's a lot of stuff to drag down there, isn't it?
It is, but it's a good show, and I'll be there all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
I have not kept up. Are they going to have any vendors there? The big vendors are going to be there?
Well, yeah, most likely. And probably some extra room for vendors now that MFJ's out of business.
Oh, don't remind me about that.
They have some good products, some okay products, and some products designed to separate people from their money.
who are we going to make fun of now?
Well, I'm sure somebody will step up to the plate.
Temu, T-E-M-U, that group.
Yeah, that's right.
Very good. Well, they do sell. If you look at Temu for their what they have in the amateur radio gear,
I have not.
they sell hordes and hordes of HTs and Bowfangs and several names I never even heard of.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what they got, man. I mean, you can't. It's hard to have a low price, cheap website selling goods and put a $700 receiver in it. You know?
I suppose it is. Carry on. Thanks for doing the net. K4IDC.
Very good. That's Robin. He's down actually in Davidson County, due south of me, just over by Percy Priest on the east side of Percy Priest Lake, 5 miles south of me. It's Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie, and he's got a good signal. Who else is south? Very good, Larry. Everything all right? Very good. Anything for the net? Very good. That was Larry. He's in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and you need to join him at 7:15 on your D-Star radio. D-Star. Even if you've only got an HT and you're within the sound of my voice or any of the other people here on this side or the north side of the Cumberland, you should be able to check into the D-Star net. There's only about a handful, 6 or 7 maybe people that check in, but we have a good time. It's 7:15, 146-460. Remember, write it down. 146-460. 7:15 on Saturday. Who else is south? Nobody else south? Well, we've made the rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's only 14. We had a much bigger Wednesday last week with 22, I think it was. But 14 tonight's not. I don't complain about any numbers. Doesn't matter. My first night was me, so that settles. But anyway, okay, we're going to ask for the lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kerchunkers, lizard. That's a shape-shifting lizard people specifically. And scanner listeners, of course, have to email me or text me if they have it. And the moon landing deniers and the flat earthers. And I want to leave out the people who believe, I forget their names, but they believe there's people living under the Earth's crust, somewhere, center of the Earth people. They must be able to put up with a lot of heat. Who else? Anybody else out there?
You forgot about the drunkards.
Well, that's always inclusive in the word ham radio, the drunkards. Is that you, Hayes?
Yeah, that's correct. This is N8NHT Hayes in Hendersonville. I just got in. I went to a pool party with my kids, so I was swimming, but turns out I made it home in time for the night.
Oh, cool. Big signal for you there, Hayes.
Oh, thank you. I'm still on the HT. One day I will get a proper 2-meter setup, but I got other things. I got to get a shed first, and I got a few other priorities. And Lord, the money ain't easy right now. You know, I could complain, but who'd listen?
Well, you know, when you're broke, when things get better, then you appreciate they getting better.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm no means homeless. I've made my mortgage payments, so hey, I'm all good. You know, it's absolutely no problems here.
No, it was funny. I'm not going to say I was ever dead broke. Well, when I was working, there was a lot of in early days of marriage. It was slim pickings because I had, you know, they talk about disposable income. All of my income was disposed of before I had anything left over. I mean, nothing. I couldn't afford anything. Couldn't afford to have a hamburger. That's how disposed I was.
Yeah. I got a few things on my priority list. So you know, when I get some extra surplus, I need a shed. I got a house with no basement, no garage, and no shed. So I got, you know, stuff inside. For a while, I had a lawnmower inside the house, and that isn't a fun thing to have. So that's the first priority, the shed. After that, we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, well, I can't say I haven't seen people who got their motorcycle they bring in the house.
Yeah, I think I've heard of stuff like that before, but I don't want my house to smell like grass anymore. It was an electric mower, so at least it wasn't smell like gasoline.
Oh wow! Anything else good for the net, Hayes?
I got some things, but nothing good. So I'll say K4PW. This is N8NHT. Back to that, buddy.
Yeah, very good. That's Hayes, November 8, November Hotel Tango. And he is in Hendersonville. And he's working on an HT. Maybe if you can't hear him, that's it. But he's in on the second floor with his, and he's got a mag mount sitting on top of something. Oh, on top of his power supply. And I have to believe the power supply is up on a desk, I guess, or on top of a dresser or something. I don't know. He's got a good signal for me, really. But I didn't look today, but the last time I talked to him, he's about an S5. But then again, he's right across the lake from me. Who else? Any place, anywhere for all the other names I just titled? All right, we're going to knock it out. One last chance for we'll just call that segment the lurkers, lollygaggers, and sandbaggers portion. Man, it's so nice out. Nobody's on the air, which is good. We're going to move right over to 446-415. So we'll see you there. 446-415. This is K4PW with the 446-415 portion of the net here on the Mount Juliet Simplex Society, whatever we're calling ourselves today. And who's from the east? Please come now.
Well, guess who? It's KM4YRF.
You know, it's so funny. You say you call so many times and then you mess it up. It sounds funny. Yeah, it's a key M4. I do the same thing.
Well, I was going to say it phonetically, but I changed my mind. It's black man.
Well, you know, it's funny. We do that. We tend to do phonetically on the air regardless. But technically on FM, you really don't need to, because if you can't understand K4PEW or KM4YRF, you know, without saying it phonetically, when you got a clear signal, you need hearing aids.
Well, I need hearing aids in spite of all that.
I don't need hearing aids when my wife, I can't hear my wife.
I hear that.
Very good. That was Michael KM4YRF in here, Mount Juliet. Who else is east? East or north?
K4
All right, I got two in there, but I got Danny. Big signal for Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf, Oscar, November up in Cottontown. And I heard KD4 BUW. That was Carlin. He's in Bethpage, Hazeltown, also with a good signal. I didn't quite overlap. I heard both of them clearly. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Mark not have 70 centimeters? Good chance to use his diet discount. Nope, not there. How about west?
KG4 IOV.
I'm surprised Mark didn't notice that, because he hates when I mention the discounting.
Yeah, I was waiting for a response.
Yeah, very good. You sound good, Jack. That was Jack. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
All right, very good. We got Greg in Antioch. That's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Or south? Nobody else? Any place, anywhere? I'm just going to skip and say we want the sandbagger portion of our net. Is there anybody else that's good for 70 centimeters? Oh, wow, very good. We had a grand total of 6. Boy, we're rocking it tonight, boy. You can tell the weather's good. All right, then we're going to move over to 28415. We'll probably have 2 on there. 28415. Looking for check-ins there in a minute, unless somebody jumps in. All right, too late. We're moving over to 28.415. We'll see you there. K4P. All righty, here I am on 28.415 with the Mount Juliet Simplex net here on 10 meters, upper sideband. Who else is east?
KM4YRF.
Man, how many times are you going to check in, man? That was Michael KM4YRF. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Anybody east, please come now. Up to the north. Ah, good signal there, Danny. That was Kilo Delta. I'm saying that again. Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Got to burn it in my brain. I don't know how I forgot it. I'm embarrassed when I miss somebody's call like that, especially when I know it. And Danny's near Cottontown. Who else is north? Anybody north? Over to the west. Very good. We've got Greg with a decent 10 meters. Not too shabby tonight there. Greg, Kilo, Delta 4, Charlie, Victor. I didn't have to strain it all to hear it. It's just, good, and not too much noise. How about my signal to you? No, you're doing much better than before. Absolutely. Yeah, last week last 10 meter net I could barely hear you, but before that, even it was weak to me. But tonight it's pretty decent. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. He is in Antioch. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
Very good. Are you able to copy Greg when he's on 10 meters?
Yeah, he sounds really good tonight, and 70 centimeters was great.
Yeah, it was. It was outstanding. I hope 220 is the same way.
I hope so.
Well, very good. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west? Anybody west? Not hearing anybody. How about south? I'm hearing voices in the distance, but I know they're not for us. Is anybody, any place, please come down. Oh yeah, I knew that and I forgot all about it. Purple Heart Day. For those of you, I tried to get a Purple Heart. A guy dropped a shell casing on my foot, and I had to go get it fixed. It was funny. And I said, "Can I get a Purple Heart?" And he says, "No." The chief tells me, "No. You have to be the direct result of the enemy's fire." And I went, I wouldn't have dropped it on my foot if we weren't involved in the combat. No big deal. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, anybody else, please come now.
I was going to say, good effort.
Well, it just, hey, if John Kerry can do it, I can do it. Anyway, those shell casings are pretty heavy, let me tell you. They're made of brass. There's the powder kegs. I say shell casing. It was a powder keg, and they weigh about 40 pounds. Yeah, that's loaded. They're 40 pounds. Probably about 25 pounds of just brass that holds the powder in. And when it falls in the right way, man, it hurts. Anyway, anybody else before we move on to 223-415? Very good. A monstrous 5. We have a grand total now of 25 chickens for the night. Normally we have double that, even more than double. All right, we're going over to 223-415, where I may be alone. So we'll see you then. K4PW, and I'm going to kill the YouTube feed and the Facebook feed, and there we go. The horse feed. There we go. End stream. Got it. Okay, we're done. I'll see you over on 223.